Thank you so much for tuning in to Wisdom Wednesday. I am Lauren Kay Wyatt, your psychic, spiritual advisor, pet psychic, and transformational coach. And today we're going to do a deep dive into noticing and paying attention to red flags and what you can do about it. And what I've been guided to do is to just channel and see what comes forward. And yes, that does happen on the other Wisdom Wednesdays, but today feels like it could be a little different because I don't currently have a lot of material on my YouTube about this. So let's see what happens and enjoy the ride. Red flags. When we learn to see red flags, it's often because we had an experience embedded in our bodies that will not allow us to forget it. And we have this information about how to spot red flags and how to trust ourselves because so many of us have had experiences where we do not listen to ourselves, where we don't listen to the divine, where we just trudge forth believing that we're doing the right thing, but that right thing isn't always right for us. Or maybe the right thing is to have the negative experience of what happens when we ignore these red flags. So what is a red flag? A red flag is something that lets us know, whoa, pause, does this seem right? And some of us will have a feeling in our body. It'll just be a, whoa, no, this doesn't seem right. Well, what is it about it that doesn't seem right? And sometimes there's no logic, there's no real explanation. It's just a knowing. And we can think of this in many different ways. And usually it's our higher self, it's our guides who are alerting us to the danger. Red flags symbolize danger. And it can be wow, if you follow this, you're going to end up in a situation that seems like you're stuck or like it's really hard to get out of. And if you're in a situation like this, know that you always have a choice. There's always a way out. And what you can first do is rejoice in seeing the red flag. If you're in a situation where you feel like you're trapped or you can't get out, it's because you didn't listen to your intuition and you can see, oh, you know what? The signs were there all along. All of us, no matter our stage of spiritual development, all of us have a natural intuition and a natural instinct to know if someone or something is right for us. And sometimes, even though you don't like it, what is right for you is to lean into the red flag and to not listen to yourself, because when you don't listen to yourself and you experience the consequences of not listening to yourself, then you find out how important it is to listen to yourself, and you're less likely to make the same kind of decision again. A red flag is something that tests your level of self-trust. And by tests, we don't mean that it's a pass or fail situation. It's just a gauge to see how much you trust yourself and what is safe or not safe to you. There are some of us who don't trust ourselves. And when we don't trust ourselves, we give our power to other people and we let them choose for us, thinking that they know what's best for us. And this is an abdication of responsibility. What we mean by that is when we're too afraid to choose for ourselves and we just let someone else choose for us, we're saying, you know what, I don't have the right to make choices in my life. And therefore, if we let someone else choose for us and we abdicate responsibility, that means that we somehow think that the consequences that we get from any of the choices that we've made are not our own consequences. So we can blame the other person and not look at how we were afraid to make a decision. We were afraid to stand in what we wanted. Because really, if we didn't care about the decision we were making and we let someone else decide, then we really would not have any kind of reaction to the circumstances, especially those that blame another person. So what is a red flag? A red flag is when you go against your inner knowing. A red flag is a knowing within you on what is right for you and what is not. And we all have different ways of what we know what a red flag is. Take a moment to tune into the times in your life where you did not trust yourself, where you said yes to something that you didn't want, or you put your life in another person's hands. And yes, we realize that sounds dramatic, but think of the times where you've abdicated responsibility and kind of let someone else choose for you. All of this will indicate to you what a red flag looks and feels like to you. And it's best that you find out what that is for yourself. And for the rest of us who want to help people not make the same choices and to pay attention to red flags, we need to realize that it's all a part of the individual's journey. It is how they are learning about themselves. It's how they are gaining spiritual wisdom. And for those of us who feel like we're in regret over choices we made, snap out of it. That's a red flag as well. The best thing you can do is to honor the wisdom and to celebrate where you are, knowing that there's always a new door to open. There's always a new door to trust, and to trust yourself as you move into the next phase, the next level of knowing everything you have from all of the red flags that you have witnessed and that you have endured. Thank you. So thank you for spending time with me as I did that channeling about red flags. I'll have to go back and listen to it myself. It sounds like there was a lot of wisdom in there. So I hope that supported you as much as it supported me. I am Lauren Kay Wyatt. I am your psychic, your spiritual advisor, your pet psychic, and your transformational coach. And I look forward to connecting with you more deeply about what your life would look like if you fully trusted yourself, and if you trusted what you saw as red flags, and what you've also learned from the red flags that you've decided to not see at the time for whatever reason. So you can say all that in the comments. You can reach out to me privately. I love hearing from you. Thank you.